Save faces. This week we are finishing up this mega unit with multiplying and dividing positive fractions and negative fractions. Remember that if we have the same signs, it's going to be positive. If we have different signs, it's going to be negative. If it is helpful, you can go through and set your signs before you do anything else. Same signs, positive, same signs, positive, opposite signs, negative, opposite signs, negative, same or positive, same or positive. And then I can go in and solve. I'd like you to try and simplify these, but if you did not, that is okay, as long as you're getting at least our original answer. So let's get started. 8 times 4 is 32. 9 times 18 is 162. We know it's positive. If we simplified it, we would have 16 over 81. Okay, so splitting them in half. Next one, 7 times 2 is 14. 9 times 27 gives us 243. It's positive, and this is actually already in simplest form. Next one, we see that it's going to be negative. 3 times 1 is 3. 7 times 14 is 98. And this one is going to be negative, and it's in simplest form. Over here, we have 6 times 4 is 24. 20 times 10 is 200. If we simplified this, it would be 3 over 25 and negative. Don't forget to bring your sign with you. 1 times 11 is 11. 24 times 3 is 72. It's positive, and its simplest form. 11 is a prime number, and it does not divide into 72. Over here, we have 9 times 1 is 9. 11 times 22 is 242. We know it's positive, and that one is already simplified. If you have any questions, please bring them with you to class. Otherwise, we're going to continue on to page number 2. We are still working on multiplying. We can go through and set our signs first. Opposite signs negative, same signs positive, same positive, opposite negative, same positive, same positive. At that point, we can go back in and start to solve. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 7 is 28. It's negative, and this one is simplified. 7 times 6 is 42. 13 times 26 is 338. This one can be simplified to 21 over 169, and it's positive. 9 times 1 is 9. 10 times 30 is 300. This can be simplified to 3 over 100, and it's positive. Over here we have 5 times 3 is 15. 8 times 12 is 96. We know it's negative. It can be simplified to 5 over 32, and it's negative. Down here we have 5 times 3 is 15. 10 times 4 is 40. We know it's going to be positive. Simplifies down to 3/8. And 6 times 4 is 24. 7 times 14 is going to give us 98. We know it's going to be positive. It will simplify down to 12 over 49. That's the end of page 2. If you need to rewatch this at any point, please do so. If you have questions, bring them with you to class. All right, love bugs. It's time to divide our fractions. Now, remember, this has a little bit of extra to it, right? Because the number one rule of dividing fractions is we can never divide fractions, right? We have to keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip. So we're going to go through and we're going to change these to multiplication and flip them. Multiplication and flip them. Multiplication and flip them. Okay? We're going to set ourselves up for success by doing this first. And then we can also set our signs as well. Okay? So then we can go back and we can set our signs. Same signs positive. Same signs positive. Opposite negative. Opposite negative. Same as positive. Same as positive. All right, at this point, we are ready to go ahead and get started. If you did not simplify these, that's okay, as long as you didn't leave them improper, okay? So 1 times 26 is 26. 13 times 3 is 39. It's positive. If you didn't simplify this all the way down, that is okay. That will be fine. You can leave it at 26 over 39, okay? 5 times 18 gives me 90. 6 times 10 gives me 60. We can't leave this improper. So I can pull out 160. I'd be left with 30 over 60, which I can take down to 1 1/2. Remember, it's positive. Take that with you. Over here, we have 5 times 3 is 15. 15 times 4 is 60. It's going to be negative. We can simplify this. If I divided both of these by 5, I would get 3 over 12. I could simplify that again by dividing both by 3, and I would get 1/4. Again, still negative. If you got this far, I love it. I'm happy, okay? 1 times 14 is 14. 7 times 9 is 63. It's negative. As long as you got there, I'm happy. 12 times 11 gives me 132. 22 times 8 is 176. Still proper. You could leave it that way. Now, we could divide both by 2 at the very, very least, right? If we look at those immediately, our brain says divide by 2 because we might not know the factors of 132 and 176. That's okay. Once we get here, we see that we could divide it by 2 again. Okay? If you got there, awesome. If you got here, that's our skill. 2 times 14 is 28. 4 times 3 is 12. Can't leave it like this, right? Because it's improper. I could pull out 2 12s, which would be 24, which would leave me 4 over 12. I can simplify that to 2 1/4. I'm sorry, 2 1/3, dividing both by 4. It's positive. If you got here and there, I love it, okay? That's the end of that page. Hang tight. We're going to take a look at our next one. So again, we're dividing fractions. Remember, we have to do our keep, change, flip. Change all of these to multiplying. Do it all at once so you don't even have to worry about it. Flip, 24, 12. Flip. Flip. You get the picture, right? And then remember, once we do this, we can set our signs as well. Negative, positive, positive, negative, positive, positive. It doesn't take long, right? We're just looking to see if they match or not. Easy peasy. And then we can go in and do the work. So for this first one, we have 2 times 12 is 24. 8 times 3 is 24. That one is beautiful, right? 24 over 24 is 1 and it's negative. We love that one. So the next one is 28 times 5, which gives us 140. 14 times 8 gives us 112. We can't leave it like that. That just wouldn't be kind. This one's going to simplify down to 1 1/4, and it's positive. Over here, 6 times 7 is 42. 14 times 2 is 28. This is going to simplify to 1 1/2, and it's positive. 2 times 4 is 8. 28 times 1 is 28. It's going to be negative. It could simplify down to 2/7. 2 times 7 is 14. 14 times 5 is 70. This is positive. It could simplify down to 1/5. And then over here, we have 1 times 24 is 24. 4 times 12 is going to give me 48. This could simplify to 1/2. If you have any questions, please bring them with you to class. I am always happy to answer them. Okay? One more page where we're doing a little bit of both. So go through, change your division signs. Okay, flip your fractions. Do yourself a favor and set yourself up for success. Go through and set your signs. Positive, positive, negative, negative, positive, positive. Then go in and do your work, okay? 1 times 24 is 24. 8 times 1 is 8. I can simplify this to positive 3. 2 times 6 is 12. 8 times 16 is 128. We know it's positive. This could simplify down to 3 over 32. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 4 is 12. We know it's negative. It could simplify down to 1/3. 7 times 22, we know immediately this one's going to be top heavy. 154 over 33. We know it's negative. If we simplified it, we would get 4. We could pull out 4 groups. And 4 groups of 33 would be 132. That would leave us with 22 over 33. We could divide both of these by 11 and get 4 2/3 negative. Bring the sign with you, okay? 4 times 11 is 44. 22 times 1 is 22. We divide, we get whole number 2. And then 6 times 2 is 12. 4 times 8 is 32. We could simplify that down to 3/8 and it would be positive. If you have any questions, please bring them with you to class. Otherwise, have an amazing weekend.